Good morning, Joe Baldwin here with your Monday Morning Mojo. And this week I'm talking about what we do when we stand at the crossroads of life. Do you recognize that feeling? Have you ever been there? I suspect most of us have at some point or another. And certainly a lot of women I've been talking to recently are describing that sort of sense of either needing to make change, needing to choose an option, a route at the crossroads, wanting to make some sort of a change, but in some cases, either feeling really indecisive about which way to go, feeling quite fearful about what might happen if they take a new route. Um, and sometimes that ends up feeling so scary and so leaves them feeling so panic stricken that they actually don't make a choice at all and they stay paralyzed by those fears and just stay stuck where they are, repeating the same old, same old. And that's when then frustration, resentment sets in. So, when do these sort of moments occur? I think they often occur with big pivotal moments in life, sometimes associated with loss, um, loss of a job, breakdown of relationships, um, the empty nest syndrome, that sort of almost feeling of the end of motherhood or at least not being needed so much in your role as mother when children leave home. Um, and those are pretty sort of nasty life events. But sometimes this kind of feeling of knowing that there's a need for change or feeling like that you're standing at the crossroads can sort of creep upon you. Just that general feeling of dissatisfaction with life. Um, a deep knowing that there's something more for you, that there is more for you to give to life and more for life to give to you in return. So, a couple of ideas that it might be useful for you to reflect on or that might help inspire you to take things forwards. Firstly, what if you could recognize that the old story has nothing new to teach you anymore? What if you could tear up the script that you've been following all these years? What if you could write a new chapter for yourself? Because the old story that we've been following, it needed our attention and our participation in it to keep it alive. But when we step out of it and follow a new script, well, the old story loses its power. And what if you could learn how to ignore that internal negative dialogue, that mental chatter that we all have? Sometimes, we call it the inner critic because it's quite harsh, critical, gets us down really. What if you could learn how to ignore that because that's what's been holding you back a lot of the time? And what if you could introduce a kinder, more encouraging self talk? And I have noticed that when people do manage this, surprising more sort of nicer things start to happen in life for them. And also to say that no matter what your age, it's never too late to start again. You can create things the way you want them to be. It doesn't have to be the way it's always been done. It doesn't have to be to live up to anybody else's expectations, schedules, or timelines. Life's long. It doesn't all have to happen up front. It can happen at any age and take it forwards into older age. And I've come across a number of women just recently who have changed tack or started a new business, changed direction at midlife and beyond, and have flourished, have been successful, they are thriving, they are flourishing, and they are really inspirational when you hear their stories. So, what if the most significant moment of your life hasn't happened yet? What if there's more to come? What if the best is yet to come? How can you make that happen? Well, I've written a blog about this week, and there's quite a few pointers in there, but I just thought I'd bring out 3 for today, just to sort of get you thinking. Firstly, to help make things happen, I think we've got to be open-minded. We've got to take the blinkers off and put aside our preconceived ideas, put aside the inhibitions, put aside the rules and expectations that we've been living up to, and just be more open to new ways of doing things, and be open to whatever opportunities come our way. I know that I have let opportunities pass me by for fear of just not being the right person for that, or not being the right time for that. So be open is my first invitation. Secondly, just to remember that there is no right way for doing any of this. Careers and projects can develop in all sorts of different ways and can follow many different paths. And we can see that when we read the backstory of some of the most successful people in the nation, whether that be entrepreneurs or our most successful sports people and athletes. Sometimes you read their stories and they have not followed the path that you might have expected at all, and yet they have still managed to get to where they wanted to and achieve success. So remember that there's no right way. Your way is as good as anybody else's way. Avoid the comparisonitis trap and stay true to you and your way. And thirdly, to remember that it's okay to make mistakes along the way. There's a saying, there's value in the valley. I take that to mean that we can learn from our mistakes. We can take things from the lowest point in our experiences. There's always something useful to be gained, even when we've hit a low point. There's something to be taken from that and take forwards with us. So as I say, I have a few more points along those lines in this week's blog, and you can find that on the website, drjobaldwin.co.uk. But meanwhile, if you're feeling like you're stuck and you'd like some support with whatever life transition you're facing, or trying to choose the right route at the crossroads of life, then I'd love you to join me and a group of women as we embark on my new group coaching and mentoring program, which starts on Wednesday. It's called More Like Myself, and its aim is to help support women to get back to feeling more like the real you, more like the you that you're meant to be and the person that you want to be going forwards. We're going to look at all sorts of ways to help you take decisive action, help you find strategies to do all the things in life that you want to do. So that starts this Wednesday. It's not too late to sign up. There'll be a link below this video to get all the information. But if you'd like to chat about that, I'm always open to a free, no obligation chat. Just send me a direct message and we can arrange that. I really would love to have you in the programme if that's something that you think could be useful for you. That's it for this week. I will see you next Monday for another dose of Monday Morning Mojo. Bye now.